Hello, I'm back here again to talk about American domestic politics. Um, and I was kind of continue off my last conversation, but this is about the different set of rules in double tier justice system, which, again, um, I've said this before, and I've heard many other people say. This didn't come directly from my mouth. I just echoed what they said. Just because something is legal doesn't make it ethical or right. And just because something's illegal doesn't make it just or fair. Okay. And what we're witnessing right now bears out that point. We got a government right now who's doing whatever the heck they want without any limitations. And the Supreme Court, who's supposed to be the law and order by the Constitution, by the book, which we no longer have a Supreme Court that actually represents the laws on the books. We have an activist Supreme Court. We have a judicial activism in our Supreme Court. Ever since they gave Trump unlimited immunity, look at the consequences of that decision. Just like 15 years ago when they voted to get rid of Citizens United. Look at the result. Our politics got more corrupted, more propagandized. Our government's turned into a crap show as a result. Money got to rule the day. Money they opened up the floodgates of big money to come in and buy our politicians. I've been watching this for over a decade. The Supreme Court effectively has dismantled consumer protections, dismantled the Voting Rights Act, made it legal for corporate America and foreign lobbyists PAC money to come in and buy our elected officials. We've seen the result bear out. Now, and then they're repealing labor rights, environmental protections. That's why back when people were making fun of the rest of us who said our vote was for the Supreme Court, they didn't understand that reality. Now people are waking up and realizing that. Then they just got rid of Roe v. Wade 4 years ago. So elections do have consequences, and we're witnessing that. So I want to remind you the Supreme Court is conservative majority too. So these were majority conservatives that ruled on these issues. All right. They effectively now gave Trump immunity. They actually did this last year, to be fair, before then. Before he even got into the White House, they allowed him to have unfettered immunity. So basically, he's technically above the law. And we're seeing the fruits of that. And he's broken the law at every turn. Which has opened the floodgates for other politicians to do the same thing, by the way. So it's not just about one individual. Every time the Supreme Court made a disastrous ruling, it had reverberating consequences decades down the road. Just like Citizens United, we are reaping the consequences of Citizens United. What happened? More money, more lobbyists came in and spent more money in political campaigns. And now politicians got to raise upwards of $20 million for a congressional seat, a senatorial seat. They're spending presidential level money. Okay. And they've gotten more and more and more bought by the donor class. Now it's even involved foreign lobbyists. Lobbyists from Qatar, lobbyists from Israel, lobbyists from Russia, lobbyists from all over the world. It's not even just American lobbyists anymore. That's how bad consequential Citizens United has become. When the Republicans took away procedures of the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act, red states all over America promoted voter suppression tactics. They made it harder for people to vote. So all these things have consequences, and we're witnessing the fruits of that. So now we got somebody in the White House who's effectively breaking the law every day and tells us he don't care if we like it or not, and what are we going to do about it? There's no accountability. They're saying it out loud on TV. They will never be held accountable for their actions. And I want the American people to wake up and realize that you don't have to accept that at face value. Just know that's the reality. And that's why we need to get our butts up and vote to hold these people accountable and expect better out of our government. Because we are better than this. We are better than this. Okay? And you should demand better because your tax dollars are paying for it, whether you care or not. I just want to let you know that, FYI. Your taxes are paying for these members of Congress to get free health care that you can't get. Your taxes are paying for these people to not represent you and do their job. Your taxes are paying for that Supreme Court to get life appointments. Your taxes are paying for that lawless administration sitting in the White House right now. Your taxes are paying for all of it. Your taxes are paying for the Iranian war that this guy started on behalf of a foreign country. Your taxes are paying for that coup in Venezuela. Your taxes are paying for all this. And you know what you're getting for it? Nothing. So regardless, your taxes are paying for something. So it's time for you as a citizen to stand up and say, enough is enough. We want moral clarity back in our government. We want elected individuals who want to actually make our lives better and be accountable to us as the voters. We, the people. That White House is supposed to be the people's house. That congressional chamber is supposed to be the people's congressional chamber. Okay. Whether you believe in a democracy or whether you believe in a representative republic or constitutional republic, it doesn't matter. The same rules apply in this aspect. Whether it's direct democracy or indirect representation, it doesn't matter. Because what we're seeing right now in our government is neither one. Neither. Iota. Okay. These people are supposed to answer to you, the constituent. They decided they don't have to do that. Because their donors at the end of the day are going to hook them up and save them. They're going to get good payouts and bonuses for selling you out. Okay? But since they're going to do that in your face, make sure you hold them accountable at the ballot box. You still have a vote. You still have a voice. Put your voice out there. Put your vote in the ballot box. Because we should expect and demand better out of our government. All right. Again, one election cycle is not going to change that. I'm telling you this just to simply put a check and balance on our government right now and show these elected officials the door, the current people in charge that are not doing their job. Okay, it's the first step in the right direction. Now, obviously, when you elect a new body of Congress, you want to hold them to the same standards, actually even stricter standards that you held their former representative to, because it's a new page, it's a new day in America, and you're turning the page. And now you're paying attention, and now you're an informed citizen, where you were not as informed before. Okay. Just know that. But the status quo that we had on the books was not necessarily great. But what we're seeing right now is unprecedented and illegal. But these people are setting their own rules. That's why I say elections have consequences. And the Supreme Court and who's appointed to that court does matter. Because we witnessed the consequences of those choices. That's all I want to highlight in this video. I'll see y'all later. Have a great night. Have a great day. Goodbye. Love y'all.